Copyright 2017 Win Your Brand. All rights reserved. This video is subject to copyright owned by Win Your Brand. Any reproduction or republication of all or part of this video is expressly prohibited, unless Win Your Brand has explicitly granted its prior written consent. All other rights reserved.
What I was
I didn't even know about plugins until today.
yeah, what I wanted to talk about is what do you need or require to a website? What are the minimum? Okay. So the very first minimum will be you need to have title and slogan for your website. You will need to have favicon, which is a square image. It can be 16 by 16 to 512 by 512.
What?
What did you call that?
Favicon. It's, you know, when you have your website, you have an icon in the top. In the top.
Oh.
You need to have a logo. This is the information. What other minimum information you need?
Favicon. How do you spell that?
F-A-V-I-C-O-N.
F-A-B-I.
F-A-V-I.
VI.
Oh, Favicon.
Yeah, favicon. C-O-N. You need
And
to
the
have
Favicon does what?
the favicon is the small
It's
icon.
not square. It looks like a.
Could be your logo, could be
It
your
looks
face.
like a liver. It looks like a brain. It looks like a intestine.
Whatever.
And what does it do?
When people type the website, they will see the logo on the front and stuff.
It's got my logo on it on the side. Got a little logo.
Yeah.
That's what a favicon is. So if you have it in your feed, it's got a logo beside your. Otherwise, it's just a tab name design. This logo is mine. You can actually have the logo when somebody types in the URL. There's a logo on the side, on the left side, and that's a favicon. I don't know if that's minimally is required. Yeah, no. On the tab.
Oh, yeah.
The tab. That little thing, that's my.
So that's not the logo. That's a Favicon.
Yeah, it's a logo, but basically it's a logo that's scaled down to 16 by 16 pixels. And there's a special place in your theme to add your favicon logo, so that anytime you see an opportunity to put your logo.
The 16 is pixels.
Yeah, 16 by 16 or 512 by 512.
16 what?
Pixels.
That's a sub.
Is
Yeah.
that
The pixel are the little squares out of which you make a photo.
16
Pixel. Yeah. So it's 16 by 16 little squares showing your logo. But if your logo is a
What did you call it?
pixel, P-I-X-E-L.
what's wrong, man? This works.
Where is it on that picture center?
Sorry.
I don't see a Favicon.
Yeah, I'm just the things is not working, so I'm just fixing it. Yeah, it works. So these favicons are here, or if you go here, you see these little ones here? You see these little ones? Yeah. These are the favicons.
I don't have a Favicon.
Okay. The other things is you need a logo, and the logo will be, usually the logo is rectangular. It's not square. The point I want to make sure you understand is you need to be able to create images square and rectangular of your own photo, for your own logo. Coming to the, does this make sense?
Yes, it does.
So this is one here. it will be what do you need as minimum. So basically, when you go here, site identity, you need to have a tagline, you need to have a site icon. Uh, this is all what you need here.
So what are, read those again?
So you need to have a title,
Title?
tagline, a site icon, which is a favicon. And this icon is supposed to be PNG, which means transparent. Some images will be transparent, and some images will have background.
So which has to be transparent? The favicon?
Yes, if you wanna show it like this.
Huh?
If you wanna show it like this here, no background. Remember here, has a white background. This blend in because the background is transparent.
Huh.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Then what we will do is, if you come Saturday with your own thing, what we will do is basically, we will add the scenes. So here, these are different scenes, which we will add them. And once we add the scenes, you can go here in the theme option. And what you can do in the theme option, that you basically start to fill these forms. So this form will be what? General option. I don't have the favicon coming from here, it comes from elsewhere. I have the logo here. My logo is 250 by 7 pixel. I can put my phone number. I can put my extra email on the top. And I can have an error message here if I like. And I have my copyright notice. So all what we will do is we will basically go through this tab and fill it. Once we fill this tab, what we do is we move to the next tab. So the next tab is the front heading page. We basically front page heading description. You can select different colors if you like, and that's it. And then you save the options. Then what we will do, we will go on the slider. The difficulty of the slider, it needs photos, lots of images. Okay?
I don't have to.
You know, so if you don't have images, we here have access to stock unlimited stock or stock unlimited? Unlimited stock. We have a license to unlimited stock or stock unlimited. They have like 3 million images. So here. So we also bought the license for a year, and we can use their images. So that's why I need this laptop, because this laptop has all the username and passwords. If it works. So here I can go and look at, so they have 1 million plus here, so this will be leadership. And this can give us images for leaderships. We can download the image and size it to be able to fit. Okay? If you have time at home, you can basically go to unlimited stock.
Unlimited stock.
Yeah, and you can basically
Sorry, the website is Stock Unlimited. Dot
stock.
com,
I don't know.
Stock Unlimited.
Yeah.
Stock unlimited.
Yeah,
StockUnlimited.com.
Yeah, stockunlimited.com. And if you select an image here, you see a number. You see this number at the top?
Yeah. .com.
Yep. You can go and look at the images. All the images you will be able to access without a license. It will have Stock Unlimited written on it like this,
Like a watermark.
like a watermark. So if you go to any image and pick up the number, we can when we come here, we can basically plug the number and we download it for you without the watermark. This is another maybe $100-$200 a year to subscribe to it. You don't need to because we have this license which we can
Use and distribute.
and distribute. Yeah.
Great.
So you can also have phones. You can have different things, and so sometimes we don't know what are we looking for. So for example, can I see something on
More
exchange
construction.
management? So if I can look at what does mean change management?
Yeah.
So here some images on exchange management.
Yeah.
Okay, this is our extra money. We don't have the license for this
Yeah.
yet, but this is our what they understand is
Go construction.
we can go construction.
You should have a multitude there.
There is also another site we have which is videos. You can have video clips. So these are the construction ones.
Can you do bridge construction?
Yep, you can. Blueprint, building, you can, and you know the worst things will happen. What? They don't have it. They say we don't have images.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So you see that first bridge there on the left? I was part of building something like that.
wow. You can also go the other one. You can go. So chakra balancing.
This is all on that stock, unlimited.
Yeah, yep. They have about 1 million photo, and here they have only one of one. So some of the aspects they have it lots. Some of them say, so energy, for example, this is the energy photos. So I know. I want to know why they put their hands like this. There is an ad. I see the address and the lady will be. Anyway.
That's the belief some of them have.
Okay. Okay. So if we go back here, okay, we go back here. So we can keep filling. E-commerce will be a little bit difficult because e-commerce need to have a product and things. So you can actually show, and you can actually hide. So each one of these sections I can show and I can hide. If I look at staff box here is hidden, and in staff box you can have images. This is the original images come with the theme. So in Win Your Brand you have these images, but here in this Wael Badawi I don't have it. Contact box, you need here is the contact form 7, the plugin I was talking about, and here it will tell you should install any contact plugin and generate a short code. You can use short code here. We recommend to install contact 7. So if you click on it, it will show you instructions how to do it. Okay, and as I said, like don't get overwhelmed. If you come here, we can do it as a group working, and each one. Because you need to have a website for you. You should have a website for your business. You should have one for your podcast. You should have one for your book.
No, podcast. What's a podcast?
A podcast is like all the radio, like radio episodes,
It's audio.
audio.
An audio recording,
Yeah.
whatever you talk about.
Yeah.
And the webinar is a film presentation of some kind.
Webinar is a virtual seminar.
Virtual workshop.
So we had the Saturday before on a complete online. On
yeah,
Zoom.
and they couldn't make it.
You know, so if I go here wizwael.org, this is my podcast website. This Safari need to go.
Too slow.
The Safari is too slow, not the website.
Why do you have Safari versus Chrome?
because Safari comes with the Mac. I
Oh,
have
it's a
Chrome
Mac.
as well. I use both, but I like Safari. So this is the podcast which is I have. So this is my
So
website.
these are all different podcasts.
Yeah, yeah. So here, why did I call it WizYL? So you go there and you can listen to it, or you can download it through iTunes or through to be on your iPhone.
Oh yeah.
So here I can go
How
through.
long is it?
Some of them, like this one is short. This one is like 2 minutes, but some of them are 3 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
So there's no limit on the time that it
No.
can.
No. No. Why is it working?
Welcome to With Wael, the Ultimate Show.
That's not your voice.
Why did I call my podcast Wiswael? It's an exercise I made to overcome rejection and to transform.
We can hear it here.
It's okay. Why is there a female voice at the beginning and then you?
Because from engagement perspective,
So is it your wife that says here is YL?
yeah,
Okay.
from engagement perspective, if you are a male, you need a female intro.
And if you're a female,
You need a male intro.
No kidding.
And
Oh,
there is
it's,
also, if you are in this podcast area, there is also a link. So where is it? I have
It
them.
makes it inclusive.
Yeah, so I have a link. Yeah, so this is the link. So the link will show you. This is the link. This is the one which comes in the middle. This 8 seconds.
You are now listening to With Wael, the Ultimate Show.
And then the podcast will continue. So when I have the audio, I add this after like every 10 minutes or 8 minutes. I add the link, and you should also have the end. So this is the old end.
Thank you for listening to With Wael, the Ultimate Show.
She should, in the new one, they will say to get more, to download more, go to this URL, something like that. But this, and so for me to make it, I don't like to work hard. I don't like to work at all. So for me, what I made is very straightforward. I made an intro. And this is the intro.
Welcome to With Wael, the Ultimate Show.
So I made an intro, a link, and end.
And you just introduce that in every podcast.
Yep.
It's like a copy and paste.
And you can also have advertisement in the middle. So I used to have one, we will be back after this message. And then you can have an ad, if you want to have an ad.
Interesting.
So I created these 3 files. I got access to, the hard part here is you have the music. Because this is a copyright-free music. So we have another portal like the stock images. We have another one which give you free music. So you can have a couple of clips or some, so you can have the music. And you should not have it differently, because in the old radio, we used to know the episodes by the same music. And that's it. As a matter of fact, many of the material which I produce here, it will go to my podcast.
You just take it out of there and
Yep.
put it in a podcast. Copy paste.
Kind of, yeah. Like you need to
I don't
do
know.
couple of audio edit. Like
Yeah,
at the
copy
end of the
out.
day, it's a piece of software which you can know exactly where to click and what to do. That's it.
It's one of those, what should we call? One of those pins? No. Plugin.
Okay, yeah, I was actually about to show you this here.
Is it a plugin?
No, the editing is not a plugin,
No.
but to incorporate it inside the page is the plugin.
Uh,
So there is here a plugin. Okay, so how? So this is a WordPress website back end. So this is are the posts. So the WordPress has two levels. Has posts and pages. The difference between a post and a page, post is like a news. It's like something comes with time. Page is more static. So this is are the list of my posts. So if I grab this post for, it's okay. If I want to add a new post, for example, so here I'm adding a new post. Each post will need a title, and each post will need a body. Each post will need a category. That's right, you have a category here. And here there is a podcast plugin. So I will put the link to the MP3 file or the sound file here, and it will automatically submit it to iTunes and everywhere. That's it. Sometimes you like to add the feature images. You like to add images too, if you can. That's it. So the podcast subscription here is done through this Blueberry
That's a
plugin. This is a plugin. Yeah. It's just a plugin. If I go here to plugins, I can see.
Blueberry.
Yeah. So, and it does everything. You configure it one time. You connect it to your iTunes account, your Google Play accounts, and every time you have a new post, it will go to your iTunes, and every time you have it will show there. It will get all the information. So, if I go to the plugins, it's here, Blueberry PowerPress. They have a free account, a free one, and they have an expense paid one. But I don't use the paid. So the question is for someone exactly in your shoes, who was not technology savvy. How is hard to click on add new? How is hard to go here and put a title for your audio recording?
After you do it a couple times, it's done.
That's right.
Just have to do it 2-3 times and then
Yeah.
bingo.
And that's So
You do it regularly and it doesn't stay. It becomes
Yep.
second nature.
yeah. Now we talked about Yoast. So this is the plugin for Yoast. So this is a plugin of Yoast, which what you call it SEO. You can have keywords here, focus keyword if you want. You can actually go here and give it a Facebook title, a Facebook description, a Facebook image, and this is what you should have as what they call it SEO. So anybody will charge you money. They will basically have this or another one called the WP SEO, and they will basically add this information on your behalf, and they will charge you $500. That's it. There is no magic they do.
Mm-hmm. You just know what to do.
You just know what to do. Now, if you do it and it will break, what we will do? You either come here or get one of our contact in town here. You even can hire somebody for 1 hour to fix it, 2 hours to fix it. But on a daily basis, you should not spend resources in this area because it's not difficult. And I know some people will say it's not difficult for me. No, it's not difficult for everybody around the table here are doing the same to their website.
It's just a matter of learning.
You know? So it's not only difficult to me or anybody, it's basically everybody around the table are able to do it. Does it make sense? Now, if you go here and let's just go. if we go here, so this is what we are filling as even testimonial. If you read testimonials here, you will see that the testimonials, you can have the name of the client, photo of the client, the testimonial quote, and the text of the testimonial.
Testimonial quote.
What they will say
The system was awesome. And then they describe it below.
below. So if you activate this part of the theme, Google, when they want to get feedback, they can access this information, and when you type testimonials about you, they will get information from here. The other plugin I can show you. Yeah, so if you ask about the minimum plugins, this one here has the minimum plugins. Where did it go? Why everybody's okay? We don't need this one. We don't need this one. We don't need this one. Yeah. So this is the slimmest website I ever developed. Like it has nothing there. So if I go to Jetpack, okay. So this is the plugins, which is what we talked about. So here you can see Elementor is a plugin to make a better typing. Like so, if it's like when you want to type a post, it will show you like it's like an editor, a nice editor. So when you type, you can use font and things like that. All-in-one WP migration, it allows you to migrate your website from a server to another. This website has been migrated to a secure server, the original one called wizwhale.com. So I wanted to migrate wizwhale.com, but I also wanted to make sure nothing will break. So I use this as a test bed for me. Better search and replace, this is another one related to the migration, so you don't need it. The Blueberry is the one for the podcast. Contact form is the one where you can set up your forms. So, for example, I will come to it. This all are Elementors. So this all are Elementors. There is a Google Analytics, and Jetpack. These are the most important ones. And this is the publish to schedule. So if you go to publish to schedule, it will show you here for each day set how many posts will be scheduled. So here I have 10 each. You can have start time, end time. 10 is too much. So if you want to have 10, it will be too much. But I know on my podcast, I will put 1 to 3 a day, because I cannot record 10 podcasts. So it's not that much relevant at this stage. You can have here the Smart App Banner. This is the one I was talking to you about at the Shamir. Smart App Banner. This is the one which has been not used long time ago.
Oh yeah, that's the one that tells you whether.
Yep. Yep. And the Yoast website, which will be one of the important ones, because Yoast is the one which will connect your website to the social media and search engines. So, for example, just to give you a little idea, you don't need to worry about it because we can show you how it can be done. If I want to go here, so Webmaster Tools, you need to have a Bing verification code, a Google verification code, Yandex verification code. So this is what will link you to these search engines. And on this link here, it shows you here how to get the tools. So if you click on this link, it will show you a step-by-step how you can. So you need to sign in, and then it will give you more information what you need to do. So if I have this on my if I have your website on my computer, I need to have all of these logins. That's why if you get some third party doing it for you, he will hold you from the neck. I don't like to do this. I like you to bring your machine. We can do it. You can write the password. You can store it on your machine. I will not know the passwords. They are your passwords. Everything connected to you, and that's it.
I'll bring my laptop.
You know. So yeah. So this is the primary. The idea of showing these examples today, because I want to make sure you understand this is not hard. This is not rocket science.
It's not hard. It's not hard. It's not hard. It's registered.
The second point
I can
is
learn.
the second point is we can show you and we can help you set up the foundation of it. Then having a podcast, having a post or having a blog, it's a function of you doing the writing, not getting involved.
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions?
I'm good. Thank you very much for today.
No problem. Samir, any questions? Any questions, sir? Mariana, any?
No, except that I have, Willem sent me an email and he was wondering if you could read it over and have
Sure.
comments.
Copyright 2017 Win Your Brand. All rights reserved. This video is subject to copyright owned by Win Your Brand. Any reproduction or republication of all or part of this video is expressly prohibited, unless Win Your Brand has explicitly granted its prior written consent. All other rights reserved.